Hi there, Oma Faraway here, all red, see that? Oh, what a beautiful day it's been. It did threaten with rain, but it didn't. A couple of little spots, but it was nothing worth mentioning. And I've been outside a lot. I made quite a walk this morning. Wasn't going to, it was just unexpected moment in time. And I had been away with a friend earlier, and instead of her taking me all the way home, I said, look, why don't you drop me off at the start of the river and I'll walk along the river and walk home. And that's what she did. And I had a look on my phone and I thought, oh, might just have enough power in my battery to make a few bits of, take some videos and show you a bit of the area where I live, where I spend a lot of my time. And so that's what I did, and that's what I got all red. Oh, incredible. And we had voting today, council voting, and my husband and I went and voted, and I walked another stretch of the river. Didn't film that part, but anyway, I just kept getting more and more sun. Though I hope you're going to enjoy what I'm going to prepare for you. I've done my darnest, and just have a look and enjoy and walk along with me. Enjoy the sunshine. I had to watch out where I walked. You don't have to, but it was all grass and lots of dogs had been around, and I really had to watch my steps. So that's why some of my speech was a bit hesitant, because every time I try and look down and up and see where I'm going. But it was fun. I never stood in anything I shouldn't have, and I enjoyed making the clips and taking the photos that I've done. Okay, right, here goes. Have a look. It's Wantij in Dordrecht. Good morning to you all. Just to give you a rough idea of my surroundings, this river that you're looking at now is the same river that runs past our house. Right, or if you look in the distance, you'll see a windmill, and that's actually right at the start of town. So I just thought, I'm actually going for a walk, and I thought, well, I'll take you with me. Here is a small marina you could call it, but there is a boat building and boat repair company across the river, and so on this side he's got a small area for some pleasure boats and whatever have you. And the rowing club is just further on, the Royal Rowing Club, and here we see one of the boats. They row every day, rain, hail or shine. So I'm just going to show you, we're going to be walking along the river all the way home. This is our version of the Kiwi pukeko, only these ones aren't as pretty. They're all black and they have a little white top on their forehead, a little stripe, a patch, whatever. And here they are, busily grabbing all they can. We had a really heavy frost this morning, and now they're just plucking out all the little bits and pieces to fill their tums. Spring officially today. Waterhoen, we call these, and waterhoen, so like a, water, it's a waterfowl. That's it, waterfowl. I have to keep thinking of all these words and translating in my head as I go, and still make sense. Just to try and explain a wee bit of how it works, Dordrecht is surrounded by water. The area, the start, where I live, is the tail. The start is the tail. The river, the main river that runs along here, has some side arms. And along that stretch of water there are quite a few boat building companies and others who rely on the water for their deliveries. So right now I just thought I'd show you, I've crossed the road, so the river that we were just walking along is behind me now. And I'm just walking across, sorry about the bumping. I hadn't actually intended to do this walk, so I haven't got my selfie stick or anything with me, but it's really weird because here's a main road, and while you're driving along, all of a sudden you just see the ships, and they're just not little boats either, they really are ships, and they're just being repaired here, services. There's the one of the big island ferries, you can just see it there, but it's quite an amazing sight when you're walking along and driving along or in the bus with a pushchair, and all of a sudden, sorry about the noise, and all of a sudden you come across these humongous seafaring boats. I just had to turn it off, oh the noise was too much, road noise. So there we go, shipyard will be, and they're pretty busy here today. Bit of a dark sky in the background, but they have said that we're going to have a night day today. I'm counting on it. Well, here we go. I'm back by the river, and as you can see on the other across the other side, there's a bridge, and that links the park behind here. There's a huge park, beautiful council park, and that bridge links it. Also a new subdivision that they built there, and there was a lot of controversy about the bridge, as there will be in any council when new things happen, because boats with masts and stuff can't get through, and there's a lot of boaties here, but never mind, they'll just have to find another way out. But it's a lovely bridge, a lot of people use it. You can actually do a circuit here by going all the way around. There's the bridge that we look at from the other side, the traffic. You can actually do a whole circuit, so that's lovely for people with dogs and children that love being outside and take their little bikes and things. So yeah, it's been good for everyone really, except for the boaties with masts. And these lucky children, they have a school right on the river. Of course they have to stay inside the gates to play on the playground, but it's a lovely area to for recreational purposes and for the teachers, because there's all sorts of learning material out here. Let's face it, the birds, the fish, the water, the way the water flows, tide, high tide, low tide. This is tidal, so yeah, ideal learning spot. And as you can see on the background, there's those cranes again. So the industrial area is always present. We've had some incredible storms to date, more than we're used to, and a lot of these trees have unfortunately not survived to tell the tale, which is quite sad, but that's how it goes. There's the bridge, and now this is where I get a bit shitty with the council. This here is a path, okay, and it does say walking, I know, but what do parents do with their wheelchair, with their prams? And what do people do who are in a wheelchair or walk with walkers? I get quite ratty. There's been a lot of discussion about it. They don't want people to bike through here. Well, that's fine, but there are lots of different ways to fix this problem, and not by dropping trees everywhere so that people have a sort of an obstacle course to get through. So I just think, oh, this is really not a friendly way to treat your ratepayers. Right, I'm past the hurdle now, and here cyclists, even though they're not really allowed, they do, cyclists and pedestrians can walk to their heart's content along the river, enjoying the sun, enjoying the birds, and as you can see, they could also live along the river. These units have been built above, well, yeah, with a space, empty space, the first floor. They're on poles. They do call them the pole flats. Got nothing to do with Poland, but my brother-in-law lived in one. Well, he doesn't now. He lives the same place we do, but they're quite nice. So one flat, you know, just starter flats. And, only have a couple of, well, most of them only have one bedroom, but there are a couple of 2-bedroom units at the end. But it's a lovely place to live. If you have a look, there's an awesome view from your balcony looking all the way into town. So they're very popular. Not only did we have a problem with branches and trees not surviving the storm, but we've also had extreme high water levels, that the water actually broke the bank, so to speak, came right up. You can see here is straw and reed that's come out of the water. This is how high the water's been. Well, that normally stops over there by the stones, but it has been extremely high, and we're hoping that eventually things will settle back to normal, because really the water, we've had just too much of it, so the ground gets saturated, and of course there's an awful lot of problems in a lot of places. But as you can see, all the debris, it's just due to the high water. This is tidal. It's actually connected to 2 rivers, and those rivers are connected to the sea. And the water comes in and out, and we don't have as high tide anymore as we used to. Used to be about a 2-metre tide here, and nowadays it's only between 60 and 80 centimetres. But of recent times it's been more, and whether that is a changing situation, or whether it's just circumstantial, we'll soon find out. But by the looks of those clouds, there might just be some more of that water coming. This is the bridge on the other side. We actually live on the other side of the bridge. This is the N3, it's a ring road around Dordrecht. It has about 6 exits or 7. It comes from Dordrecht, from the other side of the big river, and it just rings Dordrecht all the way around. Quite busy. It's a main thoroughfare really, and we don't have any problem with the noise at all, but while I'm standing under the bridge it's quite noisy. Now I'll be actually walking underneath the bridge there. It's quite interesting. There's an area here where the graffiti guys have been allowed to create some of their own artwork. There's a group of them and they share the space, and every so often they paint the whole thing over and new artwork appears. Right, we're at the other side now. My battery's really low. I hadn't actually intended doing this. This was just one of those moments that you grab when you've got it. This was a former pump house to do with all the drainage and everything in this part of the city. It's been converted to a home. There's been €2 million pumped into it. It's supposed to be absolutely incredible, but then you would be living right underneath, almost right underneath the bridge with the noise. But apparently inside, can't hear a word. Right in the distance, you will see where our apartment is, so I'll keep walking and hope to get enough in before my battery runs out. It's getting a bit darker now, and I've got my washing out, but that's okay, I don't mind. I'm sure I'll get back home in time. Not that far now, 10 minutes or so. There's some rowers coming past. You can see the trees that are down. Quite sad really. Some of these really old fellows just weren't up to the storm that they had to battle. Never mind, it has actually cleared the area here for the apartments on the side, because there's a lot more light coming through onto the path, etc. But it was so beautiful, absolutely lovely. Okay, so there we go. Okay, well, I've got about 28% left on my battery, so I'll leave it till the last little bit. Well, that was a mammoth task, putting all those bits and pieces together. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about Dordrecht and about Wantij. Now that I've listened back to the text that I made without any preparation or planning whatsoever, there's just a few things that I noticed. especially when I'm looking for words or names or things, and I kind of got to translate or get my head around. I do think in English and all that when I speak English. I mean, sometimes you just lose a few words. Things like, what do parents do with their pushchairs? I couldn't think of pushchairs for the life of me. Got another one. The graffiti artists. Wow. I mean, that's what they are. Graffiti artists. Couldn't think of that either. It didn't sound too good about the rebuilding of that house either. Not 2 million euros, but 1.2 million euros. It's kind of not kind of a difference. But there are bits and pieces. And I spoke from a kind of an instant moment. And as I said, I didn't have a plan. I just walked and talked and searched for the right adjectives and bits and pieces. But nevertheless, it's quite a detailed description of where I live and the area that I'm in and love being in. It is beautiful. When people say to me, why did you go back to Nederland when New Zealand's so beautiful? I think I wonder whether they walk around the place with their eyes shut. This is my home. Anyway, I'm hoping too that this film will be around for a wee while, that my tiny grandchildren, because I've got a few little ones as well, not just the big ones that's coming to visit and the ones that have already been, but all the littlies. So littlies, when you're big and you see these films, maybe it'll give you a bit of an idea of where your Oma lived. So that's my idea anyway. So, enjoy? Did you? Cool. Then my purpose had been complete. I mean, that was the whole idea behind it all. I'm going to stop now. I'm going to work on the next film and I'll see you again. Enjoy today. I'm going to. Got lots on. And when I wake up tomorrow, it'll be today. Live, love, laugh. Lots and do it well.